So one of my genuine and true loves is yoga. And the best yoga for me is Ashtanga. And Ashtanga sometimes seems unapproachable or just too scary for people. So I'm going to spend the next few videos breaking down the Ashtanga primary sequence. So the primary sequence always begins with feet together, big toes together, heels slightly apart at the top of your mat in 5 Surya Namaskar A's and 5 Surya Namaskar B's. And that just means Sun Salutation A and Sun Salutation B. So this first video is going to be just the breakdown of Sun Salutation A. And then we'll go into B next and we'll continue from there. So give it a try. Hope you enjoy it. So coming to the top of your mat, big toes together, heels slightly apart. Coming into Tadasana, mountain pose, shoulders wide, collarbones sitting to both sides of your mat. Palms forward, shoulder blades sliding down the back, chin slightly tucked, lower belly pulled in. Engaging Uddiyana Bandha and Mula Bandha. If you don't know what that is, we'll get into that later. Closing the eyes for just a moment. Inhale through the nose as you exhale through the nose. Opening the eyes. Inhaling through the nose. Hands overhead, fingertips to touch. As you fold forward, diving forward, keeping the spine straight and flat. Planting the hands on the exhale. Inhale, half lift. Lengthening the spine, maybe pressing into the shins to traction your spine away. Continuing that exhale, dropping and planting the hands, stepping back to plank, right foot, then left. Planting your hands in plank, pushing through all finger pads, either dropping your knees here or keeping your knees up, keeping your chest open. Exhaling, lowering through Chaturanga. As your arms reach 90 degrees, inhale, flip your toes, come into Cobra, or upward facing dog, pressing through the tops of the feet. As you exhale, roll through the toes, press back for the fingertips, come back into that downward facing dog. And that downward facing dog, that first one you can pedal the heels, but in Ashtanga you're really encouraged to find the stillness. So find the pose and then find sort of a meditative state, wrapping your shoulder blades, externally rotating the arms and finding stillness. Stay in this downward facing dog for 5 breaths. We have 2 breaths more. Pulling in the belly, pressing through the balls of the feet, through the backs of the legs and the fingertips. 1 more breath. As you exhale, step the left foot forward and then the right. Inhale into that half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, coming all the way up. Fingertips to touch overhead, gaze overhead. Exhale, Tadasana, Samastitihi. Inhale again, fingertips to touch, gaze to the fingertips. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, planting the hands back to plank, lowering through Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, opening the chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. 5 breaths. In this downward facing dog, you're working those legs back, pressing through the fingertips, tilting the pelvis slightly, working to use your the backs of your legs and your fingertips to traction the spine, lengthening vertebrae by vertebrae. Pulling in Mula Bandha and Uddiyana Bandha. Those are the root and pelvic locks. 2 more breaths here. As you exhale, look forward. Inhale, stepping right, then left, half lift. Exhale, using the core to pull you down, forward fold. Inhale, coming all the way up, fingertips to touch. Exhale, Samastitihi. 3rd Surya A, inhale, fingertips to touch. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, back to plank. Lowering through Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 5 breaths.
Through the breathing in yoga, you always inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. You can use a slight constriction in the back of your throat. This is called Ujjayi breathing, yogic breathing. The gaze and downward facing dog can be at your navel if that's comfortable for your neck. More important is not finding any strain in your shoulders or that neck. One more breath here. As you exhale, look forward. Inhale, step forward. Half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, Samastitihi. Going through that for fourth time. Inhale, fingertips to touch overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, back to plank. Lowering through chaturanga, keeping that chest open. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. If you find you can't keep up with this pace or your breath is rushed, you can drop your knees and come into that downward child's pose instead of a downward facing dog. If your breath is okay, keep in that downward facing dog. 3 more breaths here. Exhale, look forward. Inhale, step forward. Half lift. Exhale, using the core to pull you forward, fold. Inhale all the way up. Fingertips to touch overhead. Exhale, and Samastitihi. One more, 5th Surya A. Inhale, hands overhead, fingertips to touch. Exhale, diving forward with a flat back. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, planting the hands back to plank. Lower through chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 5 breaths. Gaze is at the navel. Arms working to rotate externally. Neck and shoulders relaxed. Fingertips engaged. Backs of the legs engaged. Heels maybe touch the mat. Maybe they're lifted off. What's more important is lengthening the spine and pressing through the backs of the legs. 1 more breath. On your next exhale, look forward. Inhale, step forward. Half lift. Exhale, using the core to pull you down, forward fold. Inhale, all the way up. Fingertips to touch. Exhale, closing in Samastitihi. Ready to move on to Surya Namaskar B. Sun Salutation B next.